So everybody wants to know the build that I made. But of course, I had to bring back the most dominant build in NBA 2K history. No, it's not a shooting guard. No, it's not something big or anything like that. The most dominant build in NBA 2K21 is the two-way finisher. Now, this my player build, as you can see, is a little bit different. I try to make the build identical to the build that I made on current gen, so I couldn't really get it identical. And there's a couple areas that I myself feel like I could have modified, but I'm bringing you guys the actual build that you saw me with, that you're gonna see me with in another video later. So without further ado, man, let me go before I get all the way into it and break everything down. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think I could have did better with this build. Let me know what you think I could have done, change positions, whatever. Let me know what you think my modification should have been. Now, with that being said, you didn't see the height and weight, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you. Okay, I made him 6'8". Of course, anybody who's followed me, everybody knows I have the 6'8" shooting guard. I made him a shooting guard, and I also maxed his wingspan out. I think it's to 76, I believe. I think his wingspan 76. It was maxed out. So there you go. But you can see me messing around with the attributes. Now, when I first made this build, I seen that you could actually get a good 3-point shot. I think the 3-point rating went up to like an 84, and I think the mid range may have went up to like an 87. So I was like, okay, I kind of messed around with it, but then I thought this is a defensive build. And what I mean by defensive build, this is an all defensive build. It's all about defense, all about dunking, all about rebounding, blocks and steals and interceptors. So that's what I wanted to make this build just like it. I'm not worried about the playmaking. I'm not worried about the shooting. All we're worried about the defense and the finishing. Okay, so you will see right now what I'm doing, and I will say this: it gets zero. It gets zero shooting badges. The only thing on the shooting category that I even put touch was free throw. Free throw, as you can see, is a 91, which is actually not going to be a 91. It's actually going to be tweaked to like 85. So you see all of that. But I wanted to give y'all the raw uncut footage of how I made this build. I didn't want to edit it and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I will say about this builder is that you have to kind of mess around with it. You just can't put attributes where you think attributes should go and stuff like that, because it's completely different. And I also will say that one thing that I figured out about this game is you really don't need a high mid-range to make a fading mid-range. You really don't. Because at a 25 mid-range, I was greening fadeaway mid-ranges. Now, I'm not saying I was greening fadeaway mid-ranges close by the arc or close by the 3-point line. Of course, it's closer to the rim, but at the same time, it's a 25. It's not like it's a 60 or a 70 or 80. It's a 25. So you see me going through a lot of different things. Now, I will say I did take a major hit. I took a major hit in the close shot category, and I took a major hit in the strength category. You know what I'm saying? Those were the only two things I was skeptical about when I made this build, but for the most part, everything else came out how I wanted it to come out. I got the defense. I got the number of defensive badges that I wanted to get. I got the number of finishing badges that I wanted to get. And another thing, it's very clever what they did with this builder, because they made it balanced, but they made it to where you can make a demigod, but you're gonna be lacking in different areas, you know. So, for example, if I see a lot of builds out here that has 22. It'd be 22 defense, 19 playmaking, 20 shooting, and like 17 or 16 finishing. Those are good builds, but the thing about those builds is there's going to be a lot of categories that you can't put attributes on at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only downfalls of this. Like you can make a demigod with a lot of bad points potential, but they're going to be lacking in a lot of areas. And I did not want that with this build. I wanted it to be my main build. I know every year I tell people, when you make a build, don't make a build because a YouTuber or somebody tells you this is the right build to make. Don't make that type of build. You have to make a build catering towards your play style. You got to make a build that if you literally only like to play defense, like to get rebounds, and like to dunk, you shouldn't put anything on shooting. But if you don't play rec, there should be nothing on shooting. If you play park only, you do not step a foot in the rec, your build should not have anything on free throws. But see, my situation was different. If I did play only park and I knew I was gonna play only park, I wouldn't have had anything on free throws, and anything that I would have put on anything that I would have put in the shooting category would have been on my mid range. But I play rec, and that's my main source of where I get my rep at. So you know what it is, man. But you can see how I'm tweaking this build, man. Like I said, I could have cut and gave y'all a 2 or 3 minute clip, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to honestly show y'all the process of how I went into making this build. Now, of course, it's going to lack in the shooting because we're not worried about shooting. Now, with the playmaking, here's the thing with the playmaking. I think this build is like 7 playmaking badges. So, according to how your play style, which according to my play style, you see when I get to the badges. One of the badges that was most important to me was quick first step. And the reason why quick first step was most important to me is because it gets you the extra boost when you're driving to the rim. So that's why I wanted to make sure out of all the playmaking badges I got, I had that quick first step. It was able to be gold. You know what I'm saying? So, and I did manage to do that. But this year I switched it up a little bit. I wanted to make sure that my driving layups was up. I wanted to make sure that my driving dunks was practically at its highest potential. And I wanted to make sure my standing dunks was practically at its highest potential. Now, like I said, I did take a major hit. I did take a hit in the close shot category, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a lot of driving dunks. We're gonna be getting a lot of poster. As you can see right here, 6'8", 185. Just, you know what I'm saying? I actually went back and I was trying to mess around with the wingspan to see how high I can get things, how low I can get things, stuff like that. But needless to say, he's still a 6'8" shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? 185, as you can see, the position 6'8", whatever, shooting guard 185. You can see what I'm doing. So this is going to be the actual build attributes. I went back in and I wanted to tweak some things. Now, every physicals, everything's up. And the main things that I wanted to be up with the physicals or everything that I have up, which is the speed, the acceleration, the vertical, and the stamina. Now I could have took the vertical down to like an 80 and still been fine with that, but I'd rather keep the vertical at an 88. And if later on in the game I see that it really doesn't, if I see that I can take the vertical down and still rebound and stuff like that at a high rate, I'll go back in. And I don't know if you have the ability on this game yet to actually go in and modify your build. You may have the ability, but I'm not sure. But I go back in and remake the build and grind it back up and stuff like that. So. But you can see where I'm at with it now. I have 4 playmakers so far, 29 defense. Cause I want as many defensive badges as possible, and then you can see me messing around with the finishing. So these are the attributes right here. I think I kind of tweaked some stuff a little bit. Now, like I said, mid-range, the things that didn't even get touched was interior defense, strength, three-point shot, and mid-range and post control. Those did not get touched at all. As you can see, I think I may have been deciding, like, because if you notice, with this builder, it cuts off categories. Say, if I was to take rebounding down a little bit, it would unlock certain categories to where you can possibly upgrade let's say interior defense. You see how some of the stuff may be light, like maybe dark then light. When it goes dark, it's closed off. You can no longer mess with any of those attributes in that category, which it was kind of confusing because that really doesn't give you the ability to actually make the build that you really want to make. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to mess around with it. See, I'm messing around with the close shot and I'm messing around with the driving layup and the driving dunk, just to see. So it's very interesting. Like I said, you have to really spend time in making your build. You just cannot get in here and rush and make a build. It's not going to work out for you, and you will see like as you're adjusting stuff and whatever you're adjusting, you can see if you can get it Hall of Fame playmaking and whatnot. So. But look at the attributes, man. Look at the attributes. 95 on the rebound at 95, on the blocks 95, on the steals 92, on the perimeter defense 92, and this is at a 95. So imagine when you get the plus ones, that's gonna help out too. And even with the physicals, you know what I'm saying? And let's go with the takeover. Now, of course, the first takeover I got, primary takeover, was extreme clamps. The second takeover I got was finishing moves, and that's just to help you absorb and finish through contact, stuff like that. So I'm either gonna rock with when I get the Mamba mentality, I'll probably go back in and see what's up. But I'm either gonna rock with one of these two finishing, which is an easy blowout. But you can see two-way finisher, man. Back at it again. Current gen two-way finisher, next gen two-way finisher. Now, of course, we're going to always go in and test the build, man. We're going to go in and test the build as high as potential, which I didn't like this because it stopped. When you go to 95, you see it stop, and it lets you go to 99, but it won't upgrade. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if it upgrades in the system and just doesn't show on the screen, but there we go. So we got 18, 7, and 25. So of course I'm gonna do the posterizer. We need a posterizer or Hall of Fame. Of course I'm gonna put the slithery finisher on, and I'm gonna put the rise up on gold. And it still leaves me with 8 attributes. Now, Pro Torch, I'm not worried about. Putback Boss, I'm not worried about. Loft City Finisher, I get that badge on bronze if needed. The Fearless Finisher, I got that on gold. Giant Slayer, you could probably put that on bronze, whatever. But realistically, the Fearless Finisher, the Posterizer, Slithery Finisher, and Rise Up are really the only badges that I need. Honestly, I don't need all them extra badges. It is what it is. Them are the main badges because I'm not, I'm just gonna be blowing past people and dunking on people. You know what I'm saying? Getting the board back and rah, like Big Shaq in this thing. You know what I mean? So I kind of put the rest of the badge. I kind of just put the rest of these little attributes. I still got 2 upgrades, so I can make those Hall of Fame and leave those bronze. And plus, I was thinking in terms of me playing against the AI in the game. So, it'd be a little different when you're playing against users. You can kind of adjust however you want to adjust. You may want to put hook specialist, whatever you want to put on. But this is what I'm rocking with right now for the finishing category, which I think is pretty straight. If you ask me. So I just left it like that. And I backed out. Of course, shooting, you get nothing for shooting. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about shooting. Now playmaking, I'm not worried about. I'm not gonna be dribbling, doing all that crazy stuff. So I was just kind of looking around, and I seen the main one, which was, of course, quick first step, which is cool. I'm not gonna be floor general. I don't need all that. Quick first step and basically bullet passer. I think that's the ones I rock with. But I'll put a lot of these on bronze because those are going to be the main badges, the main extra badges that I'm going to be using. So there you go. And Space Creator. People don't understand it. Space Creator helps a lot. Now with the defensive badges, y'all know what time it is, man. This is my specialty. I'm going to put the ankle braces on. It probably won't be that high when I actually get into real gameplay. Maybe on silver or something like that. But of course, Interceptor and Intimidator. For now, Hall of Fame, I think I take Intimidator down. Rebound Chaser go. Rim Protector go. Pick Dodger go. Heart Crusher go. Clamps go. That's the highest that you can have clamps. And depending on how many boards I can get with the badges when I max my badges out, if I'm going to leave that rebound chaser or that rim protector that high. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it, man. There's the badges, man. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, man. Comment, subscribe. I'm Wallz Production, and I'm out.